I get it. They're telling you to chase views, but you're not getting any traction. What you need to do is give value. Stop digesting that YouTube fast food and start to grow longevity over time. That's why I created Create Steady, because you are just like me. You want to create steady over time using 1 to 4 hours a day because you have a life to live and you want to give value and sustainability. And you can do that starting today. So, how you do that? Solve the problem. There's problems that you're already facing. Problems such as YouTube fast food, as I said. Fast food is like YouTube shorts, and you post 3 times a day, and you got to make sure that you have this content schedule that you post 5 days a week. So if you want to grow on YouTube and you get those views, this is what you need to do. I'm telling you right now, you need to stop. But exactly what you need to do is find who your target audience is and make sure you give them value in the beginning. And that's how you're going to grow. Next one, views. I told you, don't worry about that. It's about a strategy. It's about playing the game. And the game on YouTube right now is creating your own business and giving value to those people who need help, right? You want to create a loyal following of people who know, like, and trust you, and then they will reciprocate with some money, maybe monetization. But you have to give value up first before you receive anything else. Okay. Another thing you have to do, have a strategy. I didn't have a strategy in the beginning. I tried to grow an Instagram, over 10,000 views. Actually, this one, Talk About Breaking, it was a channel that would give motivational speeches for break dancers, from aspiring dancers who are really huge in what they do in the dance scene. And I was getting a little bit of traction. One of my highest videos got 350,000 views, but I got no money for that. So you don't need to do that. What you need to do is have a strategy and make sure you lock in with that strategy over the long term. Okay. Virality, you don't need to focus on that. Don't focus on virality. That's just going to bring you down because you're like, oh, I posted a video and then the next day I only got 1 view. Right. Because you're like, oh, maybe I can be like Mr. Beast or Alex Hormozy. What's going to work for you? Take time, sit back, and really figure out something that you're passionate about that will lead to longevity. And you don't even have to be passionate about it, but you just have to figure out what you like somewhat and then what value you can give to people. That's how you start. You have to be realistic. Don't be unrealistic, right? Don't think that just because you know how to play the guitar, you'll be the next guitar guru on YouTube that have millions of followers. There's actually people who are already doing that and making a lot of money. And you could possibly do that. But if you look at the metrics and see how many people are in that niche, you starting now in 2025 to be a guitarist and teach how to do guitar online may not be the best fit. But I'm not trying to discourage you. I think you should do what fits best for you. And you feel like if that aligns with you, you will continue to grow. Okay. Make sure you have substance in what you post. If you have no substance, no one's going to follow you, right? If you have no system, no one's going to follow you because they're not looking for someone who's going to just give them random facts online. They want someone who's going to give them a specific, tailored progression to way to grow on YouTube or the way to grow their business or personal brand over the long run. And I know that's you because you will be watching this video right now. Okay. So we got all the problems out the way. Now it's time for us to pivot, right? We need to pivot into value. Start giving people more value that's going to help them grow over time. Don't worry about views. If you feel like you can cater to their specific problem and solve it, that's what you need to do. So it doesn't matter how many views you get on that video. It matters that you're solving that specific problem and telling them to hit you up if you need so. And if you need help with that, figuring out a 1 day strategy plan, it's down below. Check it out if you need it. If not, let's move on. Okay. Prep. You have to make sure you prepare to give the right value and to give a correct strategy so people can continue to come back and digest the content that you have. If you're not prepared, you will be scared and you will be living in scarcity and not fulfillment. Okay. Make sure you have a correct system that they can follow along. Make sure it's tangible and they can really visualize themselves doing this system, right? A system that you created. You need to figure out what system that works for you. And once you get some value from that, then give it to other people. But if you haven't even tried it out for yourself, then I advise you not to let anybody else know. Okay. Find your target audience. Your target audience is the key. All of this means nothing if you're not finding one specific person and figuring out that one specific pain point and solving that pain point. Okay. We all have issues. Think about it. When you go to the store, you're going to the grocery store because you ran out of groceries. So you have to pay money to buy groceries so you can fill the fridge up and eat your food, right? Because you're hungry. Hunger, pain, food, solution, right? That's just in simple terms. Now you need to carry that on into your online business and make sure that you're giving value behind that whole pack target audience. Okay. So make sure it's simple. Don't try to overdo things. Don't try to make it extra complicated in the beginning. You are a beginner. I'm a beginner. Simplify everything and your life will be easier over time. And if you think this is for you, join Create Steady. It's on WAP.com. I'm actually taking calls one-on-one for free for the first 10 people that join. If you need help with strategy, I got you. So check that out. Last but not least, paradise. This is where we want to be, at the paradise. And you want to use the START method. This is something that I created, and you can look back at my other videos of how to start and actually grow your own business online using your strategy. And it talks about the START method. Basically, START stands for skills, tools, audience, relevance, and time. Those 5 things will narrow down what you need to do exactly for yourself and then give you the value that you can give out to other people online. So go watch that video if you want to go more in depth about that. I'm not going to go into it, but START method is definitely something that you can start with. Okay. Sustainability. You definitely want to build something over time. You want to sustain it. You don't want to burn out. Okay. I'm a dad, 2 kids. I work 9 to 5. I'm only spending about 1 to 2 hours with this, sometimes 1 to 4 hours, but that's all I'm going to do because I'm not trying to break my neck over this. I'm doing this YouTube video unfiltered at night, maybe small edits just to clean out all the fluff. But that's all the time I'm going to dedicate to this. I'm using ChatGPT to enhance some of my ideas and ideologies that I have, and we're going to test it out. That's what I'm doing, testing. Get into that test phase so you can create something sustainable over time and continue to grow. Okay. Then we get to that major one, monetization. We have to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to at least get on the Google AdSense to start to make money on YouTube, right? But this is the vehicle I'm using. I'm using YouTube and I'm using WAP.com to build my community, okay? Everybody wants to monetize. We all want to make money, but you need to make sure that you go back to figuring out what the problem is, pivoting, and understand what you need to do next so you can get to the end, which is the paradise. Okay. And we want to leave that legacy, right? Think about it. YouTube, look at it as your journal. You want to leave a legacy online of a log of things that you did to grow your business in your early 30s. Like me, I'm trying to grow a business called Create Steady in my early 30s to see what happens in my 40s. I'm already thinking long term. What's going to happen in 10 years? What's going to happen in 15, 20 years? Right? If I think about that, I'm not going to be worried about all the vanity views and metrics, and I'm not going to be worried about YouTube fast food because I'm focused on creating a sustainable business that's going to carry me out my life. So build legacy, leave something for yourself, leave something for your kids, and leave something for your kids' kids.